While everyone is trying to find the next big AI name, they're trying to find the next Nvidia, the next stock that's going to make them millionaires. Everyone is missing out on one key factor. Who is going to power these AI data centers and who is going to supply all of this power for these AI powerhouses? Now, in today's video, we're going to answer that very question, and I am going to give you guys a stock that I believe is going to see some massive upside potential. Now, this is a small cap stock, and there is some speculation behind it, but they have already began to bring in big deals, a $100 billion deal with Google and Amazon for a massive data center. Also, we're seeing their revenue 10x over the next 3 years. 10x over the next 3 years. That sounds like a great opportunity to me. So I don't want to waste any more time, guys. Let's go ahead and jump right in this video. But as always, make sure you guys do like and subscribe. And let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, the stock that we'll be talking about in today's video, and the stock that is going to change the world of energy storage forever, the stock that may power tens of thousands of AI data centers within the next 5 to 10 years, is going to be none other than EOS Enterprise. Now, EOS looks absolutely amazing, and I do want to talk a little bit about what they do. EOS develops advanced battery solutions that combine safety, performance, and sustainability. Their solid state batteries use ceramic materials instead of liquid, making them much safer, more energy dense, and faster to charge. Now, they don't use full lithium batteries, but they do use a little bit of lithium metal anodes that dramatically boost the capacity, while their ceramic separators prevent battery failure. Now, one of the best things about EOS is they have an automated manufacturing system. They have their system on a manufacturing line, which means these products are being made at every second of the day. And this is really going to help them scale up once they do get these larger deals. Being able to get those products out fast is going to really impact them positively. Now, lastly, we have 50% more energy density, 40% faster charging, and 5,000 charge cycles deliver superior performance and lower costs to their product users. Now, to break down what I just talked about before we jump onto the chart, EOS basically makes zinc batteries that are much safer than lithium while still having the same amount of power and charge time that lithium batteries do. Now, the fact that these don't blow up is obviously a huge selling point, and the fact that they can mass produce these products is going to be a massive selling point because of the amount of demand that we are seeing out of these AI data centers. Now, I do want to go ahead and jump onto the chart. I actually haven't even charted it out, so we're going to go ahead and do that together. Let's go ahead and jump in and see how EOS is looking on the chart. Now, jumping onto the chart, I first want to take a look at EOS on the monthly time frame. What I'm going to do real quick is mark out the highs and then our IPO price, because this looks like where we can target and where we can have some support. So marking this out, we have our highs at $31.95. We also have our IPO price at $10.28. So I don't expect to go back below our IPO price ever again. I think that we can come back and retest $10.28, but I don't see the price dropping below $10 harshly anytime soon or at all. Now, with the highs being at $31.95, that is a big target of ours. And I will show you guys a little bit what happens when targets like this are hit. Now, we sent out an alert on Irene, which is another data center play, at $10.18. And now the stock is up around 634% to a high of around $74.15, and currently sitting at around $60.75, which, by the way, is still up around 500%. So it has been absolutely amazing. Now, scrolling back down here, you guys can see the second that we broke all-time highs, we really started to accelerate, even though we had already been accelerating into that point. Now, taking a look at EOS, you can see we are already accelerating, and if we can continue to do so towards all-time highs, we can still see a move like this, where we do run 600 to 700% in about 3 months like Irene did. Sorry, about 5 months like Irene did. But you guys can see very, very similar setups, and with them both being in the data center sector, we could see a similar play with EOS following something like Irene. Now, zooming in a bit more and jumping onto the daily time frame with EOS, you guys can see that they are looking absolutely amazing. They have a beautiful flagging formation, guys, and this is clear as day. I mean, this is one of the best flags I've seen in quite some time, especially on the daily time frame. And you guys can see these last 2 days buying up around 25% from around $13.12 all the way back up to $16.03 where we currently sit. That is very, very bullish, and I am expecting a big breakout to come with EOS. Now, what we can do for our targets is first take a look at why we are bouncing, guys. We bounced right out of our golden zone right here, so we can't expect this move to follow our Fibonacci retracements and extensions again. Now, what you're going to do for your extension is draw a low from a high back to a low, and we can see our targets are sitting at $22.43 up to $28.08. Now, we also do have earnings coming up this week, so we can see even more bullish price action come in. But what we can see up to $22.43, which I seriously think can come by the end of this week if we have a good earnings, that would be insane. But $22.43 up 40% is our next short-term target, followed by $28.08, which is roughly my end of the year target. I do think that this stock can seriously see all-time highs. I am not trying to play this up by any means, and this is not financial advice at all. But I am telling you that this stock is looking amazing. This is one of the best stocks I've seen on the market in some time. And with the stock being able to 10x their revenue in the next 3 years, I haven't even talked about that. They're looking to 10x their revenue in the next 3 years alone, going from around $150 million in total revenue this year to over $1.56 billion in 2028. Now, while those numbers aren't stellar at all, that growth is stellar. And seeing a company accelerate at that rate, we could see them making $10 billion by the end of 2030 at this rate. So, taking a look at EOS, we have our targets at $22.43, then $28. Now, our next target is going to be up to $32.05, which is our all-time highs, and that is going to be up 99% from prices today. So there is still a lot left on the table, and with them being in a current dip, this is one of the best times I could see to buy this stock before it really does rally. Once again, not financial advice. Please do your own research. By no means am I here to tell you what to buy or when to buy it. But also, we can go ahead and target out what we can see for some highs. And really, my favorite thing to do right here is going to be drawing out this cup and handle if we are to finish this handle. So you're going to draw a move from the low to the high. So we can go ahead and measure that out and then literally stack it right on top of each other. You would be surprised how well this works. It is insane. It sounds like it's a complete joke, but literally measuring it out like that is actually very, very, very accurate. Now, what I am taking a look at here is if we do go ahead and complete this cupping looking formation right here and then move on higher, this would be our next target, which would take us up to $64.22. Ironically, right where Irene is sitting. Now, that move would be absolutely crazy. This is a bit of a speculation at this point, but moving up to $32 is quite realistic, and moving up to $64 is something that can definitely happen. That is up 306% from prices today. And from our entry, roughly around $7, that would be around 770%. My God, that is insane. Oh, I cannot wait to see the price continue to grow on this one because that has me hyped. I didn't even realize it was that much percent, guys. I have around 500 shares at an average price of $9.62. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But taking a look at this stock, guys, we are looking absolutely primed for a next leg up. And following along with this cup formation, if we are to fill this out, that is going to be even more bullish for this stock. Now, like I said, with revenue 10xing over the next 3 years, we can definitely expect to see some buyers continue to step in. And I think although that this stock is up quite a bit in the past, we can see this stock continue to rally because of the good growth that they are expecting over the next few years. Now, finally taking a look at my position here, you guys can see I have around 500 shares at an average price of $9.62. I was up almost $1,000 on these shares on Friday, up around 13.05%. Now, altogether, we're up around $3,282 for about a 68% return. Guys, our first entry was about $4, then a second entry at $7, a third entry at $9, and a fourth entry at $14. So I have no problem bringing up my price. As you guys can see with our crazy price targets, I have no issue bringing up my price at all. Now, with our market value currently sitting at $8,094, this is about a mid-range position for me. As you can see, about 8.97% of my total portfolio. All right, boys. Well, that was an amazing video. That was a really fun video to make, and I hope that you guys do enjoy the new style that I've made. As you guys can see, we have a new background. We went ahead with a new chart, and I put in a little bit of graphics for you guys. So please let me know in the comments down below if you guys do like that, or if you guys want me just to cut straight to the point. Now, additionally, let me know what you guys think of EOS, if you guys are owning any shares, how you guys feel about the company, or what you think is to come with EOS. Now, as always, make sure you guys do like and subscribe. I'm going to have 2 videos on each side of me right here, so make sure you guys do click on the one that pertains best to you guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later.